Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have set up some light passes in the previous tutorial. So now what I have done over here is like I have generated few of the light passes. So I'll show you some light passes which I have generated over here. So I'll just open those light passes. So these are the passes which I have generated. So different passes. So your diffuse, global illumination, illuminance, lighting, reflection, refraction, self-illumination, shadows, specular, and Z depth. So these are the different passes, and ambient occlusion it's in a rendering process because the file size is too big. You can see over here I am rendering this ambient occlusion. This is your rendering resolution, that's 6000 by 3000 pixels. So if you're rendering at such a big ratio of the screen, it's going to take a longer duration. So whatever I have rendered, I'll be compositing it. I'm showing you right now over here. So without making it more delay, let's start Photoshop over here. So later on I'll be adding this ambient occlusion pass. So almost it's taking more than 5-6 hours I have kept this on rendering. It's taking a longer time. Alright, so let's open the software Photoshop. So parallelly the stadium tutorial will also be in process because that is also rendering is left into that. So after that what I'll be doing over here is like once you start up, let's go into file, open all those passes over here, go into file, open, and let's open one by one. So definitely the ambient occlusion is very important because it is going to give you depth and soft shadows, we can say, the softness. So ambient occlusion pass is a must. So let's open first the diffuse over here. I'll open the diffuse pass. Let's just rename it as diffuse. So without adding ambient occlusion, you might not get that much of depth over here. Let's add one more pass over here. Go into file, open. Let's add a reflection. So I'll just take this reflection pass and I'll put on top of it. So just rename it as reflection and let's give some blending modes. I think this is okay. Color dodge, linear dodge, overlay, hard light, soft light. Screen is perfect over here for this, you can see. So I have added this pass over here. That's your reflection pass. So definitely we need to add one ambient occlusion pass over here between this. So it's going to take a longer time. After that, again let's go into this. Let's add a refraction pass. That's for your glass. So I'll go over here and I'll add Let's add a refraction pass. Alright, so you can add refraction pass. I'm just checking it out, the blending mode for it. Lighten, screen, color dodge, hard light overlay, no. So we can keep it to lighten or screen. I think screen is okay over here. Right now you can see I have added this refraction pass. So I have added a refraction pass over here. Go into the file, open. I'll add after that you can add any of the passes. I can add self-illumination, or if you want to add specular, you can add specular also. Before that, I'll add a lighting pass. Let's add up a lighting pass. I'll just drag it over here. You can just change the blending modes. Alright. I think screen is okay. So before lighting, I can add one more pass over here. That's just self-illumination. We can add this pass. So let's just add self-illumination over here. You can see I've added a self-illumination pass. Alright, your lighting pass. And with that, global illumination. Definitely we need to add ambient occlusion. After that, Again, I'll go into this and I can add specular. Can add a specular pass. So you can add a specular pass before that also, not a problem. You can see the specular. I've added a specular pass. I'll go into this illuminance. I'll just make it normal. I'll hide it. Can add shadows. So I want to add the ambient occlusion. So once you add the ambient occlusion, it's going to give you that look. So I haven't added the ambient occlusion. That's the reason you might feel the textures looking flat over here. So once you add it, it's going to give you that stuff. Okay, I'll add and your Z depth. We need to add the pass, that's ambient occlusion. Still going to take a longer time. Add some brightness contrast if required. Can add a bit of color balance also. So as you can see, I have just added all these passes over here. I'm just waiting for that ambient occlusion to get rendered up. Then we can add that. So guys, just for your reference, I have just added this ambient occlusion pass. If you look at it clearly, so this is your ambient occlusion pass. This is just for your reference. I'll be definitely adding it properly, rendering the whole ambient occlusion. So you can see this. This is what your diffuse pass was looking before. I have added an ambient occlusion. You can see you can get a soft depth over here, soft shadows over here. This is just because of ambient occlusion, because ambient occlusion is it's a main pass, we can say. It's very important. If you don't add it, it's going to look a bit flat. So definitely we need to add it. So I have just added it. See, this is what your normal it was looking. I have just made it to soft light. Soft light was perfect over here. Then I added again reflection, refraction, self-illumination, light, global illumination, specular, shadow, Z depth. On this. Now can you see that? It's giving you a bit of depth now. Without this you can see there is no depth. You can see this. You will see that there is no the softness over here you won't see over here because of this. So it's very important that you utilize this pass. That's very important. You can go into this and add some photo filter also. So you can add a photo filter. You can just go over here and let's add a photo filter. I can go into this and I can slightly add a photo filter over here. I can again go over here. I'll take a black layer if required on top of it. And reduce its opacity. So definitely you will get a depth in that way. Alright. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So as you can see how we have compiled this passes. I'll definitely show you how to add this final ambient occlusion over here. It will work in the same way. I have added over here. You can see this. Can do a bit of color balancing also if required. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So thanks for watching this tutorial.